Week 9 of the National Football League. And we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. Flush to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 6 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. It's taken to the 26. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Here's 2nd and 8. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Steelers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the, and now a fumble. The ball's out. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try the air now with Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Here's Watson. He's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers all over the play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Watson on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. Some extra space following the display of power down just inside the 45. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They set up the screen to Chubb. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set them up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's Jake Camarda now. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They picked up the win last week over the Washington Commanders and are in a good spot to earn another one as they start this next series. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And Chubb will try the middle here. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 16, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. Got a man open. It's Chase. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Steelers. First down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Etienne once more. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make the play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see.
22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watson looks to throw again.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now it's Watson.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
straight ahead, Etienne.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third. Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.